Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new video and thank you so much for being here. Today we are working on some fall planting projects. So the first half of this video we are going to be outside in my yard doing some fall planting as well as working on decorating my front porch for Halloween. And then the second half of the video we are going to move inside and I'm going to be sharing some of my new cozy fall decor finds with you guys and a couple of other little things. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright you guys, I just got back from Home Depot and picked up some mums. I got the purple shaded mums this year. I usually go for the oranges and the red tones, and I have done a bunch of different colors all along here, but I decided to just stick to one color this year. And I also thought the purple would go nicely. My impatiens over here are still doing very well, so I'm not gonna mess with those. And I figured the purple would pair it nicely with the bright pinks in here. So this little landscaped area is on the side of our driveway. I planted all of these pink bubblegum super petunias here at the beginning of summer. They did really well. I had pruned them back at the end of the summer and they never kind of grew back in at their full capacity, but I still always feel kind of bad inside pulling out annuals if they're not totally deceased yet. So I'm just replacing all of those super petunias with the purple mums. Since my boxwoods are getting a little woolly and overgrown, I got the smaller mums, which don't look as dynamic as I hoped they would. As I said, I got the mums at Home Depot, but then I wanted to run out to some of my favorite local greenhouses to pick up a different variety of fall annuals. And I actually found a new local nursery greenhouse store that I had never been to before. They had all of these, I think they were clay pumpkins and ghosts, really good heavy duty quality. I loved them so much. They were really expensive, but then I found out they were all 30% off, and Sam confirmed with me. He was like, get them, get two of them. And so we ended up getting a ghost and a pumpkin, which I will show you guys later as we get further in the video. But otherwise, I then picked out some more annuals. I got purple, orange, and black pansies and violas, some grasses. I got some more coleus, as well as a few more mums. And now we are back at home in the little landscaped area around my mailbox. I had this random little mini super petunia in here from the summer that wasn't doing so hot. I moved that out of the way to make room for two mums that I got. And then I put that little mini orange super petunia back into the landscape right between those two mums. Here's just a little look at some of the plants that I picked up. I am just so in love with the little black violas. They're so cute. So now we are gonna work on planting up my little jack-o'-lantern planter pots here. I had planned to make them kind of mirror each other, so I got two of everything I knew I wanted to put in here, including the grasses and the kale. So when I first was planting these up, I put the tall grasses towards the back of the pot thinking that would look okay since they would only be really visible from the front. But then I ended up thinking that looked stupid, and I ended up rearranging the plants a little bit with the grasses to be in the middle. And then something else I wanted to do was pull a few plants out of my landscape that I knew were not going to survive the winter, that were tender perennials, and pot them up to bring them inside for the winter. So I have two of these little pink things that I think are called cordylines. I had got those at the beginning of the summer, and I know they are a tropical plant. And then I also had some fuchsia that was struggling along through the summer with me. So I pulled that out of its pot, cut off the dead parts of it, and dumped the soil and started with some fresh new soil and just started arranging my plants in here. I also dug up some creeping Jenny from my yard just to add a little bit of extra something in these pots. I have a terrible track record with indoor plants, you guys, so I am going to be trying really hard to keep these okay all winter long. Something I need to get is an indoor plant light just to make sure they get enough sunlight since my house is pretty well shaded. And continuing with the outdoor planting, Sam set up this new puking skeleton water fountain this year, and it looks so good. So I thought adding some plants around the little water reservoir would look really, really good to fill in the space. So I just put a coleus, a mum, some pansies in there. And then I found this like random half skull and decided to put a few pansies in there as well. Then I am potting up a few more mums in my twin black urns here. One of them was in the backyard with some annuals, so I brought that up front and pulled what was in there. I also picked up some pumpkins on my little trip. So what I always do every year to keep the squirrels and critters and whatnot off of them is just spray them with some bleach water, and that has worked for me. And now we are going to be moving over to working on my front porch. So here's just a little overview of what it was looking like from the summer, kind of disheveled. And basically what I did is just brought up all my potted plants and brought up the pumpkins and just started playing with things. As you guys know, when it comes to decorating, I rearrange things all sorts of different ways to figure out what I like. Initially, I had my faux boxwood topiaries still up here from the summer. And then I ended up getting some corn stalks, and I thought those would look really good in these urns. So I pulled out my faux little boxwood balls and replaced them with the corn stalks. I basically just cut them in half, bundled them together with some twine, put them in the bottom of the urn, and then dumped my rocks back to kind of give them some structure so they didn't fall over. Here's a look at all the purple mums I planted. I kind of wish they were darker purple, but oh well. We had really heavy rains from the hurricane, and it was like for 5 days straight, so these things just got plummeted. It's not as dynamic looking as I would have hoped, but oh well, it's not bad otherwise. And here's a look at the mums I planted over here. I love this color, how it's like the red, almost like a persimmon blending into that like corally orange. Oh, I think it looks so pretty. Obviously, it would be nice if they all bloomed at the same time, but that's okay. Here's that orange little Supertunia mini vista. One bloom. It's okay. I pruned back my marigolds because they were getting out of control, and I wasn't sure if they would be okay. You can see there's a lot of like dead stems on the ends, but there quite a few more blooms came up. Here's a look at some of the other planters I had worked on. I'm not gonna go into detail about everything out here since I am gonna be putting up my Halloween home tour very shortly, probably in the next couple of days, where I will share more information and give you guys a better look at everything. I also wanted to show you guys my new phone case I just got. I got this as well as everything else I'm about to show you guys on Amazon, and if you are interested in any of it, I will have it linked below in the description box. Something else I picked up were these color changing strip lights. Basically, it's like adhesive tape. They're really, really thin. And I got them to put on the back of my headboard to give it some kind of moody backlighting. And here's a look at how that turned out. Like I said, it's color changing. I'm absolutely in love with it. I put it on orange since it's, you know, spooky Halloween vibes. But I really love the juxtaposition of the like modern backlighting with my kind of traditional old school headboard. And then the plants that I repotted to bring inside were sitting on my kitchen island countertop for quite a few days. And I ordered a plant stand from Amazon. So here's kind of a look at that all disassembled. Definitely a rustic vibe. All right, you guys, put the plant stand together. That was absolutely asinine. The directions suck. The pieces are not marked well. Guess that's just a case of you get what you pay for. Quite a good sized plant stand. It works good in this corner. The wood is very rustic, which doesn't bother me too much. These are a brown plastic, which I'm going to paint with my gold gilding paint to kind of elevate the look. Don't know when I'm going to get around to doing that. I've had enough of fiddle farting around with this thing right now. I'm going to put my plants on it, see how it looks. If you can easily pawn this off on somebody else to put this together for you, then I would say it's probably a good purchase, but we'll see how it holds up over time. Here's how this plant stand is looking after I put my potted plants on it, and as you can see, I've been adding Halloween decor. I'm hoping these don't collapse because these are really heavy pots, but so far so good. But I think it's a nice little touch in this corner. Like I said, I'll paint the little corner plastic brackets gold, and I think it'll really elevate the overall look and feel. But for what I was trying to achieve and for the price point, it does the job. And then something else new I got this year were these orange light up little faux branches here. The set comes with two. They are battery operated. They have some stakes in the bottom depending on how you want to use them. But I thought these would look great kind of to make a faux floral arrangement really pop. Here's a look at how I styled the little light up branches. So I have this large chinoiserie vase on this table in my hallway. And I put a mix of real sticks as well as the light up faux sticks. And then I have one faux stick in here, and that's the glittery one with these little ghosties on it. That is from many years ago from Hobby Lobby. But I think the combination of all three of those in here looks so good. The real sticks, I picked out of my yard, and I gave them a light coat of some spray paint to kind of seal them up from shedding any dirt or dust or whatever. And that spray paint had a light, like bronzy tint with some glitter in it, but I think that turned out really nice. And I love, like, this was so easy to put together. I do kind of wish the orange lighted branches were a little bigger, but I still think they blend in really nicely, and I'll show you guys what it looks like with the lights off too. All right, you guys, that is gonna do it for this little fall prep and planting video. I hope I was able to get you guys in a spooky fallish mood. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss my Halloween home tour coming up shortly. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.